welcome to another video of Here Comes Queenie. As usual, once a week we check in on how tiny Queenie is doing, and as you can see, she's doing so well. As you may have seen on my Instagram, Queenie, she did shed not long ago. It's actually only a few days ago, and she's looking so stunning. Her colors are absolutely beautiful, as you can see, and I can already feel, I think that yes, she is growing. If you haven't viewed any of the Here Comes Queenie before, let me just quick recap. Queenie is a 1-year-old female corn snake, and she is a wild type. There are many different morph types of corn snakes, but when I had to buy mine, I kind of knew that I really wanted to go with the wild type because I really do love wild types when it comes to snakes. There are so many gorgeous morphs, both in boas and ball pythons and all those kinds of snakes. There is really something special and something unique about the original, about the wild type. So that is also why I chose Queenie here. Corn snakes are perfect beginner snakes. I can absolutely recommend them. They're very forgiving when it comes to setup, which means that if you're doing some beginner mistakes, everybody has done that, I have done that too, then the corn snake won't mind too much, as long as you of course fix it. Queenie here, she is the most gorgeous snake, guys. I'm falling in love with her every time I see her over and over again. What we're gonna do today is we're going to have a look at her terrarium, just to see if everything is on point and if we need to change it if it's dirty. So that's the first thing, and the second thing of course is the feeding. I'm pretty sure now Queenie, she's growing so well and so fast that today I've actually brought two tiny pinkies, I believe they're 2-day-old mice, and I'm really hoping that she will take both of them. I'm pretty sure that she will. Queenie, she has such a big appetite, especially for a small snake. I have absolutely no doubt that of course she is going to do that. Before we do that, let's take the usual close-up to see how beautiful she is. Let's take a look at the terrarium. Alright guys, here is Queenie's terrarium. As you can see, she has a hide over here and a hide here, and she has some water. It is big enough for her to soak in, and she also has a stone with a hole in it. And then she has some fake plants for my amusement, and also because corn snakes do fancy a bit of crawling, and I sometimes see Queenie up here in the plant, so she seems to be enjoying that. But mostly she is actually chilling around in one of her hides. She particularly enjoys the coconut. That's actually where I found her today. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is we need to take all the interiors out so that we can clean the substrate. The substrate this time is newspapers. I am a big fan of newspapers. I also adore when you're making terrariums looking beautiful. Absolutely, I've done that myself. But right now, newspaper really is one very easy thing for me to use. The snakes don't mind it, they don't get any ink on them. Newspapers are not dangerous or anything like that, and it's very quick and very easy to change. So that's what I so that's the reason why I am using newspapers. Alright, I don't know if you can see probably, but there is definitely a little bit of poop on the newspaper. That's very good, which means that she is eating well and that she is pooping it all out again. Sometimes when snakes are eating, they can, throw up the meal again, and that's not a good thing. That's a sign of either the prey being too big or something is wrong. Also, if you can see it right over here in the corner, that's where the heating spot is. I use a heat mat. Mostly corn snakes, they don't need a heating light. You can do that. It's not like it stresses them out the same way as it can do with ball pythons. I really love when people are using the light, but the heat mats are much easier for me to use, and also they do save me a little bit on my electricity bill. So that's a small tip for you guys. Alright guys, before we put the rest of the hides and all the other stuff inside the terrarium, I thought that we should try and feed Queenie, because that way you will be able to see it much clearer. So here we go. There we go. Beautiful girl. Alright guys, so Queenie has been fed and she is in fact hiding up here now, and maybe you can see her, she's right there. Let's just leave her alone. She ate 2 whole pinkies. I'm very, very pleased with her. She's doing so well. Alright, let's get the terrarium back together. Alright guys, that's all for today. I really do hope you enjoyed this update of Queenie. I surely do. I love to check in on her once a week with you guys. I really look forward to it every time I do these videos. Please give the video a like so I know that you like what I make. It really does mean a lot to me. And also, while you're at it, just hit subscribe on that channel. Do remember we have a Facebook group now, so if you haven't joined yet, please come and do. The link is right down below in the description box. As usual, you can find me on Instagram under the name jossersjungle. Thank you guys for now, and bye bye!